the Twitter Hunter Biden laptop affairs was how much was done without the knowledge of Jack CEO Jack Dorsey, and how long it took for the situation to get uneffed, as one ex-employee put it, even after Dorsey jumped in. And I don't know. Do you buy that? Do you believe that Dorsey was like one of the last to know about this going on?
That's not how that word is said, Frank.
I know.
I think it doesn't matter, to be honest. Like, I think if Dorsey knew or he didn't, like the whole ethos at Twitter is like, this is the company that he built, was one that was willing to just work with politicians in the background and censor anybody they didn't like. So it was definitely something that was built by Jack Dorsey. Whether it became autonomous without him or not doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, judging from that, remember that old interview when Tim Pool was on Joe Rogan's podcast with the people from Twitter, Jack Dorsey and
Vijaya Gotti.
Yeah. You could tell Jack had no idea what was going on in his own company. So I totally believe this, that he didn't know what was going on.
He was the Kanye and Vijaya is the Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
So I got this here. So let's pull this up because this was on the heels of all this last night. Talking about Elon Musk, he says, I've seen a lot of concerning tweets about the recent Brazil election. If those tweets are accurate, it's possible that Twitter personnel gave preference to the left-wing candidates. Once again, Twitter interfering in an election. This was coming from Avi
Yemeni.
Yes. Thank you, Tom. Can you find out what other elections were handled by former Twitter regime? Thank you, the rest of the world. And
all of them, like any country that Twitter is available in.
Isn't that why they got so mad when like Nigeria kicked? It wasn't. It was some one crazy like West African country. It wasn't West Africa though, who kicked Twitter out for the elections. And Twitter was like, wait, we can't be sure your elections are secured now.
Yep.
It was so weird.
They've interfered in every election except for China and North Korea.
Because they don't need to.
Do you think that the Twitter is actually just a front straight up, a front for Intel? Or do you think that 100%. Jack really did create it and that people just infiltrated it and made it an Intel agency?
Well, PJ had a interesting, he covered this on Conspiracy.
Well, yeah, so like LifeLog was one originally that was created by DARPA, right? And DARPA's the people who created the internet originally, before it was fully integrated at CERN.
The internet.
Yeah.
No, he created Man Bear Pig.
He did. So ARP, when it used to be called ARPA, they created the internet, and then it was CERN, which is another concerning thing that actually made it available to everybody, right? So then in 2004, I can't remember when Facebook came out, early 2000s, DARPA had a project called LifeLog where they were going to get everybody to basically post all of their information, what they're doing, track them, track their, like literally everything that's happening right now, like track what you're saying, track what you're emailing, know your book preferences, know the way you're going to vote, know everything about you, be able to predict you. It's basically what happens in Captain America, Winter Soldier, the second Captain America.
It was down to
movie.
like recording every keystroke.
Exactly. It was every single thing that social media is literally doing right now. And then the day before Facebook launched, DARPA scrapped the project LifeLog, and then Facebook comes out. So like, I think they're all this, even if Jack Dorsey started Twitter by himself, which he probably did, it was the number one target of the CIA and DARPA and NSA after that. So there was always going to be infiltration. It's just like when we had Radix on, and she's like, yeah, like every single militia right now is heavily infiltrated by the government. That's what every single social media is.
Right. I wonder, okay, so Facebook had that little silly Jew fro wearing front man for a while. What was his name? Oh, Mark Zuckerberg. And now FTX, very similar, also has a Jew fro kind of squirrely looking guy. Probably won't ever go to prison, but it's definitely a criminal. Do you guys see a pattern at all here? I don't know. Just me.
Kanye.
Can we get Tim Pool on the air? Maybe he can help us with the day.
It's just the mainstream media, you guys. What do you mean?
We can't keep grouping people together. Individuals. Tim Pool hoodie or
I refuse to say anything that will get me kicked off the internet.
Do you remember when Facebook did the 10-year challenge where they wanted you to update your pictures? And everybody was like, this is an op. This is an op.
Because that's
about the time that I quit Facebook.